Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated countries to visit in 2021. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at countries from around the world that, although perhaps not trendy, have plenty to offer travelers looking for an authentic or unique experience. Number 10. Romania. What comes to mind when you hear the word Romania? For those who have never visited or can't trace their own ancestry back to this Eastern European country, we suspect the answer is Transylvania, or more specifically, vampires. Romania's ties with the iconic tale of Dracula are certainly worth exploring, but the nation has far, far more to offer than spooky stories. This is a country of historic architecture and medieval sites, but the resulting atmosphere is more fairy tale than foreboding. It's also a land of breathtaking natural beauty. Whether you're walking the cobblestone streets of Sighișoara or hiking the Carpathian Mountains, we guarantee that Romania will take your breath away. And because the locals are proud of their heritage and traditions, festivals and cultural events abound. Number 9. Kyrgyzstan. Survey 100 people about their travel plans, and Kyrgyzstan is unlikely to show up in the results. What it lacks in popularity, however, Kyrgyzstan more than makes up for with authenticity, and for the average traveler, mystery. For those who can't imagine what the country looks like, Kyrgyzstan is a land of towering peaks, with the Tian Shan mountain ranges encompassing more than 80% of its total area. What you get is a nation of unparalleled natural beauty and a unique local culture to match. From music and dance, to sports like kökbörü and the local cuisine, everything you encounter in Kyrgyzstan is likely to be a new experience. If you've got time to spare, Kazakhstan lies just to the north, and despite the country's depiction in a certain satirical film franchise, it's also well worth adding to the itinerary. Number 8. Oman. Of all the destinations on our list, Oman is perhaps the least known of the bunch. Be that as it may, if you're a traveler who loves the great outdoors, consider moving Oman to the very top of your bucket list. Located on the coast of the Arabian Peninsula, this small, unassuming country boasts an impressive variety of natural spaces to explore, from rocky hiking trails to pristine beaches. The Grand Canyon might be one of the world's most famous attractions, but Jebel Shams will give you a new appreciation for the power of marketing. It rivals the American landmark in terms of wow factor. As you explore the country's rugged interior, you'll be able to visit historic fortresses and bathe in the waters of various oases or wadis. Then, enjoy some beach time in Muscat along the coast. Number 7. Ecuador. South America has been attracting increasingly large numbers of tourists in recent years, but the spread of travelers is by no means equal across all countries. While the tourism industries of both Peru and Colombia have done quite well, Ecuador, the country squished between the two, is only just beginning to really get the attention it deserves. It might not have a big-ticket attraction like Machu Picchu, but Ecuador is blessed with uncrowded beaches, a climate that's easy to appreciate year-round, and stunning natural vistas. While Ecuador's architectural sites are less iconic than those of Cartagena or Medellin, it's got its own fair share of worthy attractions. Plus, if you're traveling from the United States, you can save on conversion fees. Ecuador uses the US dollar as its currency. Number 6. Poland. Come for the World War II history, stay because, well, Poland is just an all-around awesome place. The country boasts 15 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including Krakow's Historic Center and the ancient Białowieża Forest. The Old Town of Warsaw and Torun's medieval town are also must-visits for anyone with a soft spot for architecture. The rival beauties of Warsaw and Kraków are often debated by locals and travelers alike. Polish food doesn't get nearly as much love as it deserves, internationally speaking, but food lovers who've made the trip to its place of origin will confirm that Poland is very much a foodie destination. From a dinner of borscht and pierogies through to dessert of Polish cheesecake, sernik, you're going to be eating very well, if not particularly light. It's hard not to fall in love with Poland, especially when the locals are so friendly. Number 5. Laos. It's often tempting to paint much of Southeast Asia with the same tourism brush in terms of affordability. With the exception of Singapore, which is a notable outlier in terms of price, the countries that make up this region of the world do tend to be relatively inexpensive. But while the low cost of living, natural spaces, and opportunities for adventure may extend across the borders, these countries each have something unique and special to offer. Laos, however, has long been treated as an afterthought or add-on to neighboring Cambodia. In reality, it's a destination in its own right, and for anyone who feels intimidated by the crowds of young backpackers, the more laid-back, off-the-radar vibe of Laos is perhaps a better choice. Historic temples, lakefront accommodations, great street food, natural wonders, Laos is the complete package. Number 4. Lithuania. Looking for a destination where you can escape the crowds without sacrificing on culture, comfort, or cool new discoveries? Then look no further. Lithuania is a nation of diverse landscapes, long-standing traditions, and a willingness to look forward. Its 5 national parks encompass a wide variety of natural spaces, including beaches, dense woodland, and, unexpectedly, a desert. The calendar is jam-packed with cultural events celebrating music, food, dance, and more. Turaki even has a festival that will transport you back to the Middle Ages. In the capital city of Vilnius, one finds beautiful architecture, both historical and futuristic. As you navigate the city, you'll be struck by how laid back it feels, and yet there's no shortage of trendy new businesses, bars, and restaurants to explore. Number 3. Belize. Sorry friends, we're spilling the beans. Long a secret beach getaway for travelers in the know, Belize is only just beginning to attract larger numbers of tourists. That being said, we think it'll still be a few years before it can truly be called crowded. So what have people been missing out on all these years? Where to begin? The Belizean jungle is bursting with wildlife. Trekkers will find much to appreciate about the large swaths of untarnished natural beauty. Nearly a third of the country is protected from development as national parks or nature reserves. Belize is also dotted with ruins from the Mayan civilization, which always makes for a fascinating visit. Along the coast, the country also boasts some truly world-class scuba diving opportunities, including the Great Blue Hole. Number 2. Jordan. Chances are that you've heard of a little place called Petra. In case you haven't, this historical site and ancient city is perhaps one of the most remarkable feats of human engineering you'll ever lay eyes on. The architecture is literally cut into, or perhaps more accurately cut out of, pink sandstone cliffs. Petra should be on just about every traveler's bucket list, but so too should the country of Jordan as a whole. Not only is this nation known for its political stability and safety, but it's also home to ancient Roman ruins, Crusader castles, and the Dead Sea. Wadi Rum is famous for its petroglyphs, but also just looks like an environment out of a sci-fi film. From food and local culture to the area's impossibly rich history, Jordan is a nation of many diverse treasures. Number 1. Montenegro. They say that great things often come in small packages, and that certainly holds true in the case of Montenegro. Little more than a speck on the map of Eastern Europe, Montenegro is bordered by Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Albania, Croatia, and the Adriatic Sea. Altogether, it encompasses only about 5,300 square miles of land. Montenegro feels somewhat out of place, however, bringing to mind coastal Italy and perhaps Croatia more so than its other neighbors. Beautiful sandy beaches, historic old towns, a nightlife that refuses to sleep, great food, Montenegro checks all the boxes, and yet it has never crossed the minds of many travelers. If you can pull yourself away from the coast, you'll find even more to love about Montenegro as you explore the lush green mountains and the romantic rivers that snake through them. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.